Hey folks, I'm back with another review, and this is the TRN Xuanwu, if that's a correct pronunciation, and it's a hybrid. So this shares the same kind of setup as the original Celeste, the Gumiho, or Gumiho, how it's pronounced. So it uses a square planar driver and a balanced armature to do the full range. So this is a bit, maybe it's inferior to the Pandemon, I'm not quite sure, but it's more like the Gumiho model. And yeah, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending me this unit to try out. I was not paid to this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. Now these look pretty cool, so yeah, I'm quite curious to what these are actually like. So like I said, hybrid planar model, the Xuanwu, that's a correct pronunciation, nothing on the sides. That's the driver setup, so obviously there's the BA square planar driver. So yeah, I'm quite curious to what this is like. So I have not got a clue if this is good or bad. So this seems like these are slightly transparent. Oops, I've dropped it, but never mind. Onto the carpet, so it's fine. So obviously that's the left unit. Slightly transparent. They seem pretty cool. Shape seems okay. The fin's not too big here. Quite sticking out a bit though, so I'm quite curious of that. So normal paperwork in the bottom. So I'm quite curious what kind of tips and cable this come with. So quite a few. So some tips there. I'll have a look open in the next clip. Some even more tips and some even more tips that look kind of like the Moondrop spring tips. I'll open them in a bit. And here we are. So no modular cable, obviously 3.5. They're normal house style that they use now for the connectors. So it does fit like a KZ and CCA, but they use this kind of part. So yeah, quite curious to what these are like. Have another look. TRN, sometimes the hit or miss. They do some decent ones, sometimes they're not so decent. So yeah, as usual, spend a bunch of time, graph them, give my thoughts and impressions, and I'll see you guys in the future. So welcome to my review section of the TRN Xuanwu. I hope that's a correct pronunciation. Anyway, these are the tips it comes with, because I didn't show you. So this looks like the Moondrop kind of one. Yeah, you know the one I mean, the ones that comes with the tube. It looks a bit like that. And these are the other two, which are generic and fine. That one has a smaller bore. Focuses. Not much difference really. It's hard to show on camera, but it's a bit small on the black one. And yeah, and the cable it comes with as well. Yeah, it's just normal. Some of the TRNs have the changeable connector. This doesn't have it, and that's what it looks like. You've seen this cable before. It's fine really for what it is. But yeah, it doesn't have any interchangeable connectors. So yeah, so on to kind of comfort, because obviously to me comfort is very, very important. So comfort on these is actually fine, to be honest. So that's the shape. I found these very secure as well. So the fin, what you want to call it, is not too protruding. Take the tips off so you can see as well. Yeah, I had no issues at all. Build quality seems fine. Obviously it's all plastic. As usual, my luck, I always drop stuff. It is slightly transparent, but you can't really see anything. It's just about transparent. You can see a little bit in there because it's a square driver and a balanced armature, but it's okay apart from that. So power and sensitivity, these need noticeably more power. They're not massively power hungry beasts or nothing like that, but these do require something a bit more powerful. You don't need any desktop gear, you just need a decent enough audio adapter, that the dongle adapters, and it should be fine really. So timbre of these, it sounds unnatural, is probably the best way to describe it. You can't beat a good DD really for overall tonality as well, but this square planar driver and the BA, I think the BA is in the nozzle. The tonality I've heard better, so that's pretty much it really. Yeah, so technicalities are okay, because I think the planar side Obviously the BA sounds, I wouldn't say it sounds muddy sometimes, but when you throw a lot of stuff at it at once, it should be a bit clearer, really. Stage and imaging are average. That could have been better. And that's it, pretty much it, really. This is more about the tuning. So I'm going to overlay the graph now so you can have a look. Now, as you can see, that the treble, I'll get to the treble, but bass is bloated. As you can see, it bleeds in probably a bit too much. It has that mid bass hump around 60ish, then it sub bass slightly rolls off. These didn't sound nothing special. It just sounded so very generic kind of bass notes, shall we say. I didn't really think much of these at all. Far too much bleed into the mid range. I don't mind a bit, but not when you can see the bleeds going all the way up to like 600, 500 to 600 hertz, which is too much in. I'd want it to stop kind of a bit before that. You know, when you get to maybe 250, 300-ish, something like that. But yeah, the bass isn't nothing special. Obviously, it's elevated. So for electronic, it sounds fine. I think for some other genres, you want it cleaner, but that's up to your preference. Mid-range is recessed, as you can see. The bloat from the bass doesn't really help, and it shoots up quite a bit. Also, my pair has some mismatch, as you can see. Now, I thought this was just mine, but I checked Ian Fan's graph, and he has the same as well. So quality control, obviously with these drivers, could be better, which is a bit of a shame, but mid-range is nothing special at all, really. It's just recessed, and that's it. Female vocals sound fine, so do males, and nothing really special, really. Could be better. This is a fairly cheap item now for what it is. So anyway, on to the biggest part, the treble. Now, as you can see, there's far too much of it. As you see, past 6K, it shoots up. Now, I did find these very harsh. It also depends on your listening volume as well, but I didn't like the treble on these at all. It's a bit of a shame, really. I think the other SPD models, the square planar models, are tuned better than this. This is easily the cheapest one. Also, probably the worst sounding one, which is a bit of a shame. But I'll talk about more of that in the conclusion. But treble is harsh. I didn't really like it, and there were sibilants as well. You probably have to throw a ton of EQ at this to try and fix it. I don't know how much the BA is doing of the actual frequency range, but has it been a hybrid? But I didn't really like the tuning. I found it harsh, fatiguing. Not much to say, really. Just kind of disappointed. The graph shows it. Like anything 6K and up, that's real treble peaks, like real treble presence, and obviously you don't want that. And yeah, I'm not going to waste too much on the treble. It's just kind of really disappointed. The worst of the square planar setup at the moment. I know there's only been two, the Gumiho and the Pandemon. The Pandemon's probably the better one at the two. And yeah, I'm not going to go on too much because a bit disappointed. But do I recommend this? No. Now for the money, I'm sure this is around $30-ish. It's got very nice setup, like kind of good comfort. Build quality is good enough. It comes with 3 sets of tips. The cable it comes with is fine. Like all the things it comes with is good. Like I was happy with it. I think it's tuned like really poorly, which is a shame. They should have done a lot more R&D to get it right. And yeah, I'm not going to go on too much, but I don't recommend these. The other square planar drivers are better, but they are more expensive. If this had really good tuning, or they spent a bit more time on it and charged the same, this would have been a great deal, like a really good deal. But yeah, I don't really recommend it. It's not very good. The treble's a mess. And yeah, I'll probably end it there. And yeah, got a few interesting items on the horizon to review, but I don't have them yet. And yeah, just keep an eye on the channel. Always got interesting stuff to review. And yeah, as usual, if you do like what I do and for support, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, because it helps me out. Yeah, as usual, just message me in the comments if you know anything particular about this disappointment, this disappointed product. And yeah, see you in the next video. Take care.